Hi, my name is Roger and this is Benny. And today I'll show you how to clone yourself using HitFilm Express. And it's also minus 17 degrees here. There are a couple of tricks that help to sell the effect, a camera movement, and for that I use an Edelkrone Slider 1 Pro, and the other thing is the light. So the more natural light you use, the more in trouble you will be, so just use artificial light. In HitFilm Express I created a composite shot from the longest of the two clips. Then I'll drag the other clip as a separate layer. I will change then the opacity of the top layer so we can align them, or rather synchronize them. In this case, because we have the camera movement, thanks to the motorized slider, I need to synchronize the clips. The slider is controlled from the phone, and that's what I was looking for to time the action. I think I will just cut anyway the beginning of the longer clip, it's useless. I'll move them just a bit. I'm really trying to get the correct frame when the two clips are aligned. Oh, I see, I have snapping turned on. With the snapping turned off, I can precisely move the clips until they are exactly where I want them to be. Perfect. Now I can bring the opacity back to 100% and start working on the mask. I select the freehand mask and create a mask more or less covering the guy sitting on the right. I'm using several points because I know I will have to change the shape around the shadows and his hand when he starts moving it. I still can't see him, so let's invert the mask. Still nothing? Oh, probably the mask should be in the other clip. I can just drag it there. And now it works. So this is now a tutorial and a walkthrough through my own silly mistakes. The next step will be to animate the mask because of two reasons. First, there is camera movement, and second, the main reason, is to sell the effect of interaction by masking the Mac once the guy in red leaves it on the table. To do that, I'll open the transform properties of the mask and set a keyframe on the path a moment before the Mac is left on the table. To set the keyframe, I just click the round button next to the path property. That sets the keyframe for all the points of the mask shape. Now I'll just keep adjusting the mask shape to allow the guy in gray to pick the Mac. I'm paying a special attention to the shadows. They aren't pretty, but they help also to sell the effect, as they almost overlap. By the way, to add new keyframes is enough to modify the shape. I did speed up this a bit, so I guess we're almost happy now. I will add now some feathering to the mask, because some of the shadows are otherwise a little bit too abruptly cut. Alright, this looks pretty good now. Now I'll just cut the beginnings and the ends and resize the composite shot to the length we want. I'll position the clips at the beginning, so then it's easier to decide exactly the length of the clip that you want. To give it a final touch, I'll add a grade layer to adjust a little bit the contrast, as this was shot in Cine D in a GH5, which was set to pretty flat. For that, I'll add two effects from the color correction. the curves, which is my favorite to adjust contrast, and then just a little more saturation. And I think we can now be happy with the results. I hope you liked this video, and if you did, please subscribe, hit the like button, and if you didn't, please be constructive in the comments. Thanks, see you next time! Okay, my bird is already frozen.